Hello, welcome. Another episode of Brilliant Light Ministries. Today's episode is going to be about the apocalypse. The apocalypse. Armageddon. The horsemen of the Armageddon. The apocalypse. Um, what the apocalypse basically is when life circumstances, um, facts on the ground, puts you in a position where you have to decide between lies and truth. You know, it's that rip, but it's trying to decide from are you real or aren't you not real. Uh, let's say, for example, dieting. You've been off of sugar. You've been eating really well, 3, 4 days. You've been awake, and you end up at dinner with a group of friends, and everybody's ordered chocolate souffle for dessert. You ain't seen no chocolate in days. How real are you? That's the apocalypse, the division between lies and truth. Has it been a lie the last few days? Or you really are dieting? And that little rip when you tell the waiter no or yes, that's the apocalypse. Are you in the lie side or are you in the truthful side? And that is the apocalypse. Like my man, a real dude, you know, under some real circumstances, show what a real, in the hip hop community, he put the apocalypse on the hip hop community. The difference between studio gangsters and Hollywood gangster types and a real dude, a real black man under pressure, real, real circumstances, and a real dude who they brought the apocalypse to rip, and we all know what made him a legend. These circumstances are in any kind of profession they can occur. Let's say extreme professions like politics or police work or investigative journalism, especially of recent, but probably in generally, but certainly within recent years, questions have been arose to ask how down are you? You know, that rip between the truth and lies. The truth side, you have to go through a barrier of fear, a dragon. You have to slay a dragon of fear, because usually the truth requires a kind of suffering of some sort, but also a reward of great sorts. To follow an investigation to a place where it could be problematic. Um, Telling truth to power, like type of thing. A position, the right position politically, you know, certainly is going to cause some problems. Might even cost your um, re-election or whatever it is, monies, funding, Um, so it's that rip between lies and truth. Which side are you going to be on? But that rip itself is the apocalypse. We as a collective, the apocalypse is coming on us in form of global warming. How badly do you want to live? How badly do you want this planet? How badly do you love your children? Is asking us collectively. We have to almost, it's gotten to extreme now that we have to kind of give up the basic lifestyle structures and how we exist. Kind of go back to the village days, be willing to at least go back to those village days, the rural days, to really reduce our carbon footprint. Because electric cars, and all this other stuff, the things that carbon footprint that's created are making electric cars and green items and green everything, and that is so extreme that it takes any benefit that of you using the item or the whatever it is. The benefit of using an electric car, for example, you got to examine the efforts and the carbon and the pollution and the global warming disaster making that car even creates. It negates you not using the fuel. They, and I think that applies to a lot of things that you think are being responsible. So the apocalypse, as collectively as it concerns things like global warming and soil erosion and water crisis, is really asking us to completely change the way we go about things. And if you're really down for it, it's a division between are you really, 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 or is it just a lie? You know, it's a truth. It's a truth teller. The apocalypse is a truth teller. It's the rip that divides what is your core stuff. You know, what is it you really feel? You know, how down are you? That's the apocalypse. In heaven, the side of righteousness, the side of truth, you have to go through a little bit of fear, but the rewards are much greater. All right, God bless.